They say if you stand too long in a clearing, the forest will take something from you. Some say your memories, others your time, and some never come back at all. Welcome to the Hoia Baciu Forest, the Bermuda Triangle of Romania. A place where trees grow twisted like writhing hands, where electronic devices fail without warning, and where visitors emerge changed, or not at all. Ghosts walk the paths here. UFOs are said to hover in the clearing, and something old watches from the shadows. But don't worry, you're safe behind the screen, for now. Let's take a walk together, deep into the heart of the Hoia Baciu. Hey everyone, welcome back to Echoes of the Past, my haunted history series here on the Friday Night Campfire Stories YouTube channel, where we explore terrifying true stories behind the world's most haunted places. If you're new here, my name is Rob, and I'd be honored if you joined the campfire today. I post 3 full-length videos every single week, including these paranormal deep dives, true crime cases and far from fiction, and my original stories that I tell every single Friday on the Friday Night Campfire Stories. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of August, and your support would mean everything. So if you enjoy chilling tales and creepy mysteries, go ahead and tap that subscribe button right now. And speaking of terrifying tales, my brand new book, The Hollow Season, drops August 1st. It's a chilling collection of 6 original stories, each one designed to crawl under your skin and keep you awake at night. If you enjoy the stories that I share here, I promise that you will love this book. Pre-orders open on July 1st, and stay tuned to the end so you can learn about the giveaway for that book. But for now, let's get into this episode of Echoes of the Past. Long before the stories of UFOs, lost time, and ghostly voices, the Hoia Baciu was already feared by the people who live near its borders. Romanian locals call it the forest that devours, and for good reason. This isn't a recent legend manufactured by tourists or television. These stories have haunted this land for centuries. The forest was named after a shepherd, a man who walked in the woods with a flock of 200 sheep and never came out. Not a single hoof print, not a single strand of wool. Just silence. The villagers searched for days, but it was as if the earth swallowed him whole. Since then, the name Hoia Baciu has been spoken with caution, if at all. Some say the forest took him, that it feeds on the living. Others say he slipped into a rift between worlds, a place where time and space are not what they seem. What's strange is, this isn't the only time someone has vanished in the Hoia Baciu forest. Not by far. But this was the first, the story that birthed a legend and a warning. What is it about the forest that makes it so different from any other? Why do locals still refuse to step inside after dark, or even speak its name? Maybe it has something to do with the strange, perfect clearing hidden deep beneath the trees. A place where nothing grows, a place where time itself seems to stop. Hidden inside the forest is a place that shouldn't exist. Locals call it Poiana Rotunda, the round glade. A perfect oval-shaped clearing where nothing grows. No trees, no shrubs, no flowers, not even weeds, just dry grass. Scorched by something that never has been explained. The soil tests show it's no different than the rest of the forest. There's nothing stopping vegetation from thriving here, and yet it doesn't. Some believe it's a site of a great trauma, a battlefield, a ritual site, or even a portal. Others believe this is where the forest breathes, a kind of mouth that consumes whatever dares to enter. Many who stepped into the glade report overwhelming nausea, sudden dizziness, ringing in the ears, or an intense sense of being watched, as if something ancient and hungry is just beyond the tree line, waiting. Some people leave the clearing disoriented, others leave marked. Tourists and ghost hunters have reported spontaneous burns, rashes, and even bite marks after entering the circle. Electronics shut down, batteries die instantly, compasses spin. Some even claim to lose time, waking hours later with no memory of what just happened. A few have walked into the glade and claimed to hear a whisper calling their names from the trees. One woman described it as standing in the center of the world, but the world no longer recognized her. Scientists have studied it, paranormal investigators have tried to cleanse it, but whatever lives in that clearing doesn't want to leave. And it isn't the only thing in the forest that defies logic. In 1968, something appeared above the rotunda, something silver and silent, and it was captured on camera. It was a warm summer afternoon in 1968 when Emil Barnia, a military technician and skeptic of anything paranormal, ventured into the forest with his girlfriend and two friends. They were picnicking near the infamous clearing when something strange caught their eye. A metallic object, perfectly round, hovered silently above the trees. Barnia quickly grabbed his camera and snapped 4 photos before the object vanished behind the clouds. These photos would go on to become some of the most credible UFO images ever captured in Europe. They were studied, debated, even featured in Romanian and international newspapers. But instead of praise, Barnia lost his job, accused of fabricating evidence and embarrassing the government. He never took another paranormal photo again. That 1968 sighting was only the beginning. In the decades that followed, reports of glowing orbs, disc-shaped crafts, and pulsating red lights became a common occurrence in the Hoia Baciu. Hikers describe lights that followed them through the trees. Some claim to have seen floating figures, not ghosts, but something else. In 2002, a tourist caught video footage of a cigar-shaped craft silently hovering over the forest before disappearing into the clouds, just like Barnia did decades earlier. Even more disturbing are the missing time reports. Visitors who swore they were only gone for minutes, only to find out hours had passed. Others speak of waking outside the forest with no memory of how they got there. Some even believe they were taken, not by spirits, but something from the stars. Could the forest be a portal, not just to the other side, but to another world entirely? And if it's true, who or what is watching from above? There are legends in Romanian culture about creatures from the sky, beings of light and darkness who descend upon the forest during times of imbalance. Perhaps the Hoia Baciu is more than haunted. Perhaps it's a meeting point, a beacon, or a trap. In Hoia Baciu, it's not just what you see that stays with you, it's what you feel, and what you can't explain. Visitors have reported shadow figures, footsteps with no sources, and the overwhelming sensation of being watched, even when alone. Some claim to hear a woman scream in the distance, followed by silence. Others have recorded disembodied whispers calling them by name. A few leave the forest with scratches down their back, bruises on their arms, or bite marks, and they never felt a thing until they stepped back into the light. One of the most common spirits seen is that of a young girl, described as pale, silent, and barefoot. She walks between the trees at twilight, vanishing just as quickly as she appears. Paranormal investigators often claim that she appears in photos, only visible once the film is developed. In one particularly unsettling case, a group of soldiers camped in the forest claimed to see the young girl approach their fire. But when they turned to look directly at her, she walked through one of them. He collapsed instantly. Days later, he was committed, babbling in languages he didn't even know, and he never recovered. Many investigators leave the forest with an attachment, reporting strange occurrences in their home for days, even weeks after leaving the forest. One woman found muddy, child-sized footprints in her hallway. Another heard breathing in her bedroom when she lived alone. Some believe the forest doesn't want to be forgotten. It follows. But the ghosts aren't the only thing that dwell here. The forest itself is alive, not metaphorically. There's something unnatural in the very trees. And they twist, not towards the sun, but towards the clearing, the rotunda. In most forests, trees reach for the skies, but here, they twist. Some spiral unnaturally, curling in on themselves like they're writhing in pain. Others bend at a sharp, unnatural angles, like something invisible grabbed them mid-growth and forced them to turn. Scientists have studied them, biologists have examined their rings, but there's no consensus, no environmental explanation. The trees just simply shouldn't grow this way. Yet, here in Hoia Baciu, dozens do. And then there's the bleeding. Locals tell stories of trees that leak sap by the gallon. Around the Easter season, the bark glistening red like open wounds. Just as suddenly, they stop. No damage, no disease, no explanation. The forest bleeds, and then it forgets. Magnetic readings in the forest spike and drop with no pattern. Compasses whirl in place, devices short circuit. Some explorers bring backup batteries, and they just die too. This isn't just ghost lore. Paranormal researchers, TV crews, and scientists alike have all reported the same thing. The forest rejects technology. The deeper you go, the more nature seems to bend, not just physically, but psychologically. Some visitors report feeling the forest push against them, urging them to turn back. Others walk in circles for hours, even with GPS. The trees don't just twist, they disorient. It's almost as if the forest is thinking, watching, reacting, and at the center of it all is the clearing. As if everything, the light, the whisper, the bleeding barks, the twisted trees, is being pulled towards it. Like gravity, or a black hole. In most haunted forests, you leave with a story. In the Hoia Baciu, you might not leave at all. Over the decades, this forest has become infamous for one of the most disturbing patterns of all. People vanish here. And sometimes they come back, but not the way you expect. The most famous case is that of a 5-year-old girl who vanished while playing near the forest edge. Search teams combed every inch of the area for days, with dogs, with helicopters, with thermal imaging. Nothing. But 5 years later, she returned. Alone. Wearing the same clothes. No older, no memory of where she had been, no understanding that time had passed. Her parents were aged, worn, broken by grief, and staring at the exact same child they had lost half a decade earlier. Doctors couldn't explain it. The girl had no trauma, no malnutrition. It was as if she had stepped back through a door from someplace we don't understand. That child wasn't the only one. Locals whisper of dozens, some say hundreds of disappearances over the last 2 centuries. Hikers who walked off the path and were never seen again. Soldiers who followed the shadow in the trees and vanished. No footprints, no belongings, just gone. Some believe the forest hides their bodies. Others believe that they were taken by something not of this world, or time. Explorers have experienced time slips, thinking that only minutes passed when it was actually hours. Some lose track of where they are. Others find themselves in part of the forest they were never near. A few even claim to have blacked out and woken miles away with no memory of moving. It was as if the Hoia Baciu plays by a different set of rules. Rules we can't perceive until it's too late. So the question remains, where do they go? And more importantly, will they ever come back? The Hoia Baciu Forest isn't just haunted, it's active. It doesn't just echo the past, it reacts to the present. From disappearing shepherds and twisted trees to UFOs caught on film, children who returned unchanged, the voices that whisper your name, the place defies science, history, and logic. And it doesn't care if you believe in it. So what is it really? A cursed forest? A spiritual battleground? A rip in time? Some scientists believe it's a geomagnetic anomaly, a natural distortion in Earth's energy field that causes hallucination, physical effects, and time disorientation. Others believe it's a psychic amplifier, drawing energy from fear, trauma, or even death, and using it to project phenomena back at us. And then, of course, there are those that say it is a portal, not just to another world, but to every world. A crossroad of realities where time folds, spirits bleed through, An alien intelligence watches quietly from behind the trees. Whatever you believe, the Hoia Baciu is a place that knows you're there, and if you're not careful, it might not let you leave the same way you came in. Maybe that's why so many have entered it and never tell the same story twice. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know the Hoia Baciu isn't the easiest place to explore, even from a screen, but I'm glad that we walked through it together. If you enjoyed tonight's journey into the unknown, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss what is next. I post 3 full-length videos every week. Every Monday, Echoes of the Past, just like today. Every Wednesday, I do Far From Fiction, which is my true crime series. And then Fridays, I share a chilling original story written by me right here at the Campfire. This Friday, we are starting a brand new story. And let me tell you, this one is unlike anything I've ever written before. It's twisted, emotional, and will shock you in all of the best ways right from the first chapter. And you do not want to miss it. And before you go, don't forget my upcoming horror book, The Hollow Season, drops August 1st. It's a collection of 6 terrifying tales that dig into grief, guilt, madness, and all the horrors that hide inside all of us. If you enjoy the kind of storytelling that I bring to this channel, The Hollow Season was made for you. Pre-orders open tomorrow, July 1st, for the e-reader editions, and the physical copies will be released on August 1st on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. It will also be available on Kindle Unlimited, so if you have a subscription for that, then you'll be able to get the book for free. I will also be giving away 3 signed copies of The Hollow Season right here on the YouTube channel. For each one of my 3 series, Echoes of the Past, Far From Fiction, and the Friday Night Campfire stories, I'll be giving away 1 signed copy for each series. So all you have to do is like the video, be subscribed to the channel, and leave a comment down below in each of the series videos that I release. So every full-length video that I release, if you leave a comment down there and are subscribed and like the video, you'll be entered in. So you can have a chance to enter in 4 times for each series, so that's 12 times that you'll be able to enter. And at the end of the month, we will be drawing 1 random winner for each series. So be sure to stick around for that. But now I want to hear from you. If you had a chance, would you step inside the Hoia Baciu Forest? Let me know in the comments below, and if you have your own theories about what's really going on in that clearing, I want to read them. Let's get the conversation going down below. And until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and never ignore the whispers in the trees. As always, thank you for spending a little bit of your evening here with me.